This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with my New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel. This is Monday, August 17th, 2020. And I am standing in what is Bill and Stuart Yetton's cornfield here in Epsom, local dairy farmers. You know, all this corn should be higher than I can reach. The drought is devastating our farmers this summer. We know the virus that kicked in drove down the demand for milk, and farmers were hurting, barely hanging on. And as of April, something like it was predicted that given the current conditions, maybe a third or half of our dairy farmers could go out of business. Look at this. This corn should be 8 or 10 feet high. It's 4 feet high, it's 5 feet high, it's 6 feet high. It's not 8 or 9 or 10 feet high. And look, there's no corn cobs. That's the food that they need to feed these 100 dairy cattle here, the Yetton farm in Epsom, that has been in the family for generations. They could go out of business. This is Epsom. You know, I grew up in Londonderry on Harvey Road. That is no longer New Hampshire. It's a urbanized, sprawling industrial complex. It's not New Hampshire. This is New Hampshire. We need to save our farms. We need to do whatever we need to do to make sure the Yetton farm survives in Epsom, and the dairy farm and the other farms in your community survive. We need to save our farms. This is not good. I have hunted these fields for 41 years. I have fished in the Sunnycrook River and the brooks that are here in town. The Yetton farm probably has a mile more of the shoreline of the Sunnycrook River and many of the brooks that I have fished. It is critical habitat for fish and wildlife here in this town in central New Hampshire, as are the farms and the forests and the communities where you live. We need to save them, we need to protect them, and this is a critical time. They're already hurting, they're already in trouble. Now we have a drought. Will this farm survive? Will Epsom survive as a farming community? We need to act now. We need to do something to save our farms. The trail number 15, Snow Machine Trail, goes through the Yetton farmland. It stitches southern New Hampshire to northern New Hampshire. The trails, the hiking trails, the people that bike and walk up and down my road every day with farm fields on both sides that belong to the Yettons, to the dairy farmers. We got to do something to save these dairy farms and to save the Yettons. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dial, and you're going to be with me, I'm going to dial 271-2121, and let's see who we get. I have not called this number before. This is the number for the governor's office. Nobody's in the governor's office. Well, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to call the governor's office and say, all right, I'm going to leave a message. I guess I could have done that, but I'll try later. We need to act. Call our representatives. Call the governor's office. We need to do whatever we need to do this summer so that Stu and Bill Yettons don't sell this farm this winter, sell off their herd because they don't have enough feed for their dairy cows, and this farm is gone. Up the road here a quarter mile, where they used to plant corn in the field, which wasn't theirs, but they did it for decades. Guess what? There are now 6 buildings there with 4 units each. In a field that I hunted pheasants in for decades. The backside of the field I used to hunt woodcock. It was a place I hunted. It's got 24 units there now, right near my house. This is happening to me. It wiped out all the lands that I used to hunt in Londonderry. So we need to act this summer, call the governor's office, say we need to help our farmers survive the drought on top of the virus that has caused potentially upwards of half of our less than 100 dairy farms to go out of business in New Hampshire. Let's fight for our dairy farmers. Give the governor's office a call. If you're a hunter or a fisherman or an outdoor enthusiast, a hiker, a biker, the farmlands in your community is what makes it worthwhile enjoying the bike ride, the walk, the hunt. So let's help out our farmers. Give the governor's office a call. Let's pitch in. Let's do our part. We need to save our farms. This is not what we should be seeing this summer. This is trouble for our local farms. Come on, pitch in. Give a hand.